I'm excited to talk to my next guest. It's Ed Davis, who is back on the show, and he's got the biggest fight of his young career so far. August 23rd, PFL. He's taking on Biaggio Ali Walsh. Ed, how does that sound?
Dude, sounds awesome. I love hearing those two names coming together.
Okay, so
Davis
when
and Ali.
right, it's going to be a banger of a fight. I can't wait for it. Both
Yeah,
of you guys, very very well rounded. It's going to be could be fight of the night there, especially as the prelims get started. Tell me first, just when you first found out, what your initial thoughts were about this and this huge opportunity.
oh yeah. No, coach gave me the call. I was at work, and you can't. You have to immediately say yes to that fight. You can't even think about it. You know what I mean? Of course. That it was kind of a surreal moment. Honestly, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, huge stage, PFL, one of the largest promotions in the world. Did it give you butterflies a little bit? Well, I mean, tell me what that.
Dude, it's a fight like this that gets me excited. This is a good one. Like I've got nothing but faith in this fight being fight of the night. Kid's a dog. He likes to throw hands. So do I. So we're gonna meet in the middle of the cage. We're gonna throw down and fight. That's gonna be awesome.
Who was the first person you told?
My wife. Yeah. Yeah, I gave her a call. I said, hey, you're not gonna believe this. And then I laid it on and she thought I was joking with her. And, turned out to not be a joke. So
What has been the reaction? Your teammates, guys around the gym. What have they said once they obviously found out the news?
dude, they're all super stoked. I've got a whole pile of Titans going down with me to New York. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. I mean, this is the theater at MSG. This is
Yeah.
the mecca. I mean, a lot of fighters, this is like their dream to be able to compete at MSG. What does that mean to you? Just so earlier in your career to be at this point.
Dude, that's it. You just said it. That's literally every fighter's dream to fight MSG, and to be able to do it on your fourth fight is awesome. I'm excited. I can. It's I have a feeling it's going to just be an unmatched energy. It's going to be crazy.
Nathaniel Grimard is also competing on this card.
Yeah,
Have you
fucking
talked
love
to
that
him?
guy. Yeah, we text a bit back and forth. I'm really looking forward to his fight too. Kid's a dog. Well,
That's got to make it even cooler, right? To have someone in your backyard. I mean, you guys both
yeah,
came up fighting for NEF, fighting here for PFL. I mean, that's just got to make it even more special for the main MMA community.
yeah, I think it's huge, and I think that you're gonna see New England MMA grow over the next few years. It's already starting.
All right,
Hard
man.
work, I mean, you know.
For sure. We're going to transition back to this card and your opponent. First, I want to
Yep.
ask you, you were supposed to take on Chase OBrien. That fight was canceled. Can you tell me
Yes.
a little bit more about why it was canceled?
I just had a knee injury that has been taken care of since, and Chase ended up having an injury as well, and it didn't work out. Didn't line up for both of us. So we're gonna try. We were gonna try and rebook it, and then obviously I got this phone call, so we're gonna take this one.
Right. Obviously, that would be a fight too that I know that the fight fans here in New England would love to see.
Oh, that
Well,
that's gonna be a fun fight. I'm sure that fight will happen at some point. Me and him are gonna have a fun little throwdown. Both of us like to get in and throw heavy leather.
I was really impressed when he fought Zach Faulkner. That was a very close fight. You know Zach very well. What do you think of
Yeah,
Chase just as an opponent? Do you feel like that would be a stiff test for you?
I think he's real tough. I think he's tough. I think that Zach touched him a lot, and I think I'll be able to touch him a lot. But the kid's a dog, and he throws heavy hands.
All right, man. I do hope NEF gets a chance to rebook that. NEF 51, February. That was the last time we saw you in there
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
title. UD lost to Kyle Pufall. I saw you in the gym shortly thereafter. I told you in person, man. I always knew you were tough, but like
yeah.
you're like next level tough because you took some big shots. That was a really, really amazing fight on both ends. That didn't look like an
Yeah.
amateur fight to me. It looked like a professional fight. If I'm going to be
Thanks.
honest, takeaways from that fight.
Oh, dude, it was a great fight. Great fight. I want that one back too. That one's I think me and him will share a cage again at some point. It's gonna be in the pro circuit somewhere, but that kid's a dog, and I want to run that one back with him.
What was the most difficult aspect of fighting Pufall?
Oh, dude, he was really good at stance switches, and he was a lot more rangy than I thought he was going to be. And obviously he's got dynamite. The kid's got bricks for hands. Did you see his last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dog. He's going to do real well as a pro. He's got a bright career ahead of him, I think.
How did you feel the scorecards were as you went into the fifth round? Did you feel you still had a chance to win a decision, or did you feel like you had to finish it?
Yeah, well, I thought that it was really close, and I know that rounds 2, 3, and 4 were really close, and I could see them being swayed either way. Because I feel like in those rounds, I probably landed more volume, but he landed a lot bigger shots. So it was really kind of uncertain going into the fifth round, and then obviously he got that takedown and held top position for a majority of the fifth, and that got him that round, and he had a big round one. So I thought it was up in the air. It was one of those fights where I wasn't going to be surprised either way that it went.
I know you spoke to him afterwards. What did he say to you after sharing the cage with you for 25 minutes?
Oh, dude, he's a stand-up guy. Another great person in the fight community.
Do you feel like you guys might get a little cross training at some point in the future? I know.
I'd love to. I'd love to. We've talked about it a bit, and I just haven't had a chance to get down there. It's so far between.
All right. What has life been like for you since? I know you're like part of the 4 a.m. crew. You're at the gym really
Oh
early.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
has
well, you
life
got to
been
get
like?
the doubles in, dude. You have to get doubles, and the only way that you can get doubles is the 4 a.m.s and usually around 5 p.m.s. So, work in between those hours and then do the thing.
What's the weight at these days? What are you walking around at?
I don't know. I was light this morning. I was high 60s. Staying trim. I want a nice easy cut for this fight. I don't want to be too big.
Who have been the main training partners? Who have you had around you mostly here for this one?
Oh man, I've got Coach, I've got Devin Corson, Jordan Denley. I've gotten in a lot of cross training. I've trained with Brett and Felipe a bit. I got training with Recon last weekend with Faulkner and Turcotte and Dalton. Those are all good dudes. So I'm getting in a lot of work everywhere.
Is there someone that maybe pushes you differently than others in training? Someone that's bigger, that just might be kind of like a bigger, stronger guy that you feel like you get some added work with, or is there no one really that stands out that you feel like you could kind of say that is the case?
The bigger guys, man. I've got Oldenburg, I've got Coach, and I've got Corson, and they can all push the pace. They're all real big, strong boys.
Yeah, Corson's pretty jacked. What does he weigh these days?
I don't know. I think he's in the low 70s. He's
Really?
looking real. Yeah, he's jacked right now.
Okay. I was thinking he was bigger than that. Tell me about Jordan Denley, man. I know one of your best friends.
Oh, dude, that's my boy.
Yeah, he picked up a
Yeah.
big win, his debut fight. How exciting was that for you, just as his friend, to see him do that?
Dude, I was so over the moon for him. That was MMA has obviously been a bucket list thing for him too, and to see him get that win over such a game dude like Eddie, that's a huge feather in the cap for a first amateur fight.
Have you noticed, are there more and more people coming in the doors at Titan wanting to train there? Is it starting to gain some
Yeah, we're
momentum?
growing. It's growing. The classes are getting huge. I mean, it's not unseen to have 20, 25 people on the mats on a Tuesday night. So,
Tell me a little bit about Jeremy Tyler as a coach. What has he been like for you?
dude, he's the best. I can't say enough nice things about that guy. He's a real role model for the team. Just a stand-up guy in every way. He's a great coach. One of the best dudes in the world. Same with Eddie. They're both like family. Spend enough time with people, that's the way that your relationships grow.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, August 23rd. It's going to be here
Yeah.
before you know it. PFL, again, Madison Square Garden. What is the whole travel situation going to be like? Who's going to be in your corner? Who's going to be making the trip with you to be with you there throughout that week?
Oh, I think the carpool is going to be me, my wife, my baby. Jordan's probably going to ride down with us. I think Coach and Sadie, his wife, are going to drive down in their car, and the whole team's going pretty much. We're going to have a lot of people there. The wife and the baby are going to be the main people there throughout the week. I'm not sure what day his coach is coming up. I'll double check with him this week. He'll probably be up weigh-in day, fight day.
Where are they putting you up? Like, where are you actually staying?
I'm not positive yet. I've got to book a room. I'm driving down. I got to be there by Saturday at 5 p.m. before the fight's on Wednesday. So I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna do my cut and everything right down there.
When you look at your opponent, he's 4-1, all round one finishes via strikes.
Yeah,
Is this the most dangerous fighter that you've been in there with? I mean, you just fought Pufal, who's an absolute
I
beast. Is this guy tougher than Pufal, or do you think Pufal was a more difficult fight?
I think that Pufal was rangy and he was a dog, dude. He could take a shot, and I think that Biaggio hasn't really taken any heavy shots in his career. I haven't seen his first fight. I have seen all of his finishes, and I feel like that's one of those things that you're not going to know until he gets checked. He gets tested. Well, I can't imagine that he's not a competitor. You know, the family tree.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a dog. He loves to fight. He's got dynamite in his hands. So.
Are you impressed from what you've seen just watching tape, or do you see holes in his game?
I see some holes that I think that we'll be able to capitalize on. But I mean, overall, he's a good-looking amateur fighter too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he's going to have a good career, and you know, my hat's off to him for even stepping foot in the MMA world. You know, taking such a tough career path. It's not getting exposure like he gets at this early in a career. It's hard, and did he shining for every test? You know.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, as I said earlier, Ed, you've got a granite chin on you.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
definitely got a lot of power. Your hands are crisp. But when you look at Walsh, his one loss was on the ground via RNC. Do you
yeah.
think that that's where the fight might end up and you can finish him, or do you think that this could take place on the feet for the majority of it?
It's gonna be like any Ed Davis fight. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna shoot for a takedown. If we touch the mat, we can fight on the mat. But I'm gonna fight like I fight.
Ultimate prediction. What is it? How do you get your hand raised here?
I don't. I think that I think it's gonna be a decision. I think that we might go 3 rounds and win a decision.
So you got a lot of respect for him.
I do. I really do. Like I said, man, my hat's off to him to try and live up to that family name that he's got, all that pressure on his shoulders. To take such a hard career path in MMA is my hat's off to him. I got nothing but respect for the guy. So if it's a decision, it's a decision. If we clip him, catch him soon, then I'll be just as happy. But I'm ready to fight all 3 rounds.
As long as you're healthy, what are you hoping you can accomplish here in the remainder of 2023? How many more times can we expect to see you fight, maybe for NEF?
I don't know, man. We'll see where this one pans out. You know, I might have another amateur fight or two after this one, but then I think we're gonna head pro. So I'd like to get in probably 2 more times this year, whether it be pro before the end of the year or not. I'd like to have this one. I don't know. We'll see how it turns around. I don't think that September is going to be in range for August 23rd. I think they're too close, but certainly back in November.
Oh man, it's always exciting watching you get in there and compete. Definitely wish you nothing but the best of skill. August 23rd for PFL, and looking forward to seeing you back in the NEF cage whenever that may be. Again, Ed Davis takes on Biaggio Ali Walsh, August 23rd for Professional Fighters League. As always, man, you know, I appreciate your time. Before we do sign off here today, I want to give you the floor. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, anything you want to plug, floor is yours.
I don't got my list of sponsors or anything here right now. They're all gonna get their shout outs for sure. It's just too early. I'm still taking sponsors on. And yeah, like I said, they're all gonna get their shout outs, but this is a big sponsor actually. UB Performance, they've been with me every fight so far. Great company if you need a physical therapist.